Welcome back, everybody. We got this the summit, day 2.
Yes, good
Woo.
morning, gods. Glad
That's
to
sick
see
and
you're
tired,
awake.
just woke up, yeah. Whew.
This isn't day 2, this is day 3, man.
I wish it was day 2. I wish we had 3 more days. We've only got 2, though.
Oh,
I'm a sad panda.
well done. Nice croissant. Yeah, mulligan. So, guys,
Fully old Sigma.
we've got a fun day. Nothing but best of 3s. Smooth sailing. We're done with best of 1s. No more
Yeah.
group stages. And we're going to get things kicked off with EG versus Fnatic. They're setting up right now. That'll be our first upper bracket match.
Yes.
So
Yes.
no elimination in our first game of the day here.
Yep. Following that, we've got Navi versus Navi. So it's going to be some team
Yes.
genocide going on there.
Unfortunately.
Then we have our winner bracket, best of 3, which is DK versus VG Gaming. So those are your 6 teams. All 6 of them are still alive. 2 will get knocked out in the first 2 matches, and our last match of today is going to be the loser bracket round 2, which
so
is
it's,
where...
it's losers bracket that we're opening with.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I said, didn't I?
No, but it's okay. We got it. We figured
roll
it
with
out.
it. Fourth match today is going to be the loser bracket round 2.
Yeah.
Which is where the third team of today is going to get knocked out.
Mm-hmm. So we've got a few things we need to update on. Stretch goals. We're doing well. Y'all have been buying the bundles, and it's awesome. We broke 50K added to the prize pool, putting us over a total of 130. And, of course, that means the 1v1 tournament was the 50K stretch goal.
Sweet. It's happening. 1v1 tournament is, we've scheduled it. It's going to be happening on Sunday. Today
Yes.
we're going to be doing Pudge Wars. So around the middle of the day, early afternoon, we're going to have Pudge Wars today.
Mm-hmm.
5v5, 66, who knows? LD's been working on that with
5v5. It
Pudge
supports
Wars guys.
max of 5v5.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yes.
I was
At least
I
the
was
version
hearing-
that we
I was
have,
hearing
yeah.
rumors that we could maybe do like 8v8, and I'm like, ooh, exciting.
I don't know
But,
about server
no.
stability at that
Okay.
point.
Okay, well,
we have
got
to
5v5.
preserve the integrity of Pudge Wars, gods.
Integrity, smegrity.
Integrity, smegrity. That's the spirit.
So yeah, Pudge was happening. 1v1 tournament's happening. Those are the stretch goals. Keep on buying the bundle, guys. If we go crazy, maybe we reach the next stretch goal even.
Yeah.
We got 2 days left. Who knows?
Ping pong. A little back and forth. But speaking of the set, you get that that axe set, and we've got some axe swag here.
Yeah. A big shout out to the Red Moon guys. They've been
Yes.
working hard. Well, not so much working hard for us.
They
because
worked hard.
At one point, they worked hard. They're still working hard because they're working for other people, doing cosmetics elsewhere. But yeah, we're getting the jog along, so I think we need to go faster. So big
okay.
shout out to Red Moon, as well as all our sponsors, Twitch TV, 100TB, as well as iBuyPower for providing our PCs. But we've got, as you can see, a bunch of shit here. This
Swag!
This is not all your money that we've been spending. This is swag for the viewing party, guys. On Sunday, we've got a viewing party, which is going to be taking place at the 66 Sports Bar. Does that sound right?
That sounds right. I
10
was just
a.m.
thinking I best...
till end of the day. So it starts at 10 a.m., which will be like maybe halfway through or towards the end of the loser bracket final, which is the first match. Place doesn't really open until 10 a.m. You guys aren't waking up before 10 a.m., so we'll start at 10 a.m., go through the grand finals, as well as beyond. We'll be getting teams, players down there, so you can get some signatures with some of your favorite teams and players. We'll also be doing a bunch of giveaways. We've got swag galore. We have got so much swag, we don't know what to do with it right now.
A wild courier appears!
This is just the starters. Like, that thing's freaking massive. I'm glad I didn't try and blow that up. We got out, so we found the courier and the axe, and I was like, oh, the axe isn't very big. Like, you can just blow that up. And I grabbed the courier. I was like, oh, this
Fly,
looks kinda
pony,
big.
fly!
I brought that in, and luckily Brian K-Pop Toast like took it off my hands. And
Yeah, we've got all sorts of
started
stuff. We've got Furion plushies, we've got Axe blow-ups, we've got Dota 2 polo shirts,
Yep.
we've got Dota hats, lanyards, and some other various
Yes.
pieces here from 100TB and Shitty Wizard
and
shirts.
Valve.
Yeah, and Valve as well.
They went crazy.
Yeah.
So he provided us a bunch of keyboards, headsets.
Some mice,
Mouses,
I think, mixed
yeah.
in there. Yeah.
So we're going to be
Mouses.
bringing all this stuff down to the viewing party on Sunday for giveaways. Maybe you guys can maybe get some of it signed, etc., etc. We've got more giveaways and swag as well. Twitch has given us like
Bunch of T-shirts and some.
you see this shirt? We've got like 200 of them.
Yep, bottle openers. How appropriate for the
Yeah,
viewing
that's-
party, which is at a bar. So
Okay.
plenty of other Twitch swag.
And that's just our and our sponsors swag. The guys putting on the viewing party is SoCal Esports. They have a bunch of swag and giveaways for themselves. So I don't know. I hope people show up. Otherwise, we're gonna be walking home. Well, I almost hope they don't, because we can walk home and pocket it all ourselves. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
I have a need for a dozen or so Twitch shirts. I think I can make use of that. But lots of stuff to give away, guys. There was a Reddit thread yesterday as the official announcement for the viewing party. It's all over our social media. I think it's still the most recent post on the Beyond the Summit Facebook page. So check that out. It is in Rancho Cucamonga. It's out here, way inland. I know some folks are like, oh, this isn't LA. I know, we're in the Inland Empire. But It should be awesome. Waiting for the queue. I don't know if our draft is underway or not. We're not privy to said information.
I think it's about to get started.
About to get started? Okay.
I may have to go and swoop up the LDZ and get him over here to cast our first game.
We're going to have a good old-fashioned David and David to get things started.
Yep. Anyways, are you going to sit down and join us, David, or ready to... Is the draft underway?
There's too much swag and...
This is taking up his sitting room. Huh? Yeah. Well, guys, that's it. So head on down if you're in the LA area on Sunday to the viewing party. Also, keep on buying the bundle. $2.50 adds to the prize pool of every $10 purchase. So.
Yep. Do it!
Oh, we're in the draft. Let's go.
We're in the draft. So, all right, let's clear some swag and make room for LDZ here.
All right, you get on that. We got our first game of the day. EG versus Fnatic, best of 3, loser bracket round 1. One of these two teams is well, they're not going home. They're going to hang around. We've got 2 more days for them to sit around.
Fnatic's turn to pick.
Drink our booze, sleep in our beds.
You mean drink our Red Bull?
Eat our food, and hopefully not sleep with our women. Not that we have women.
Our women. I didn't realize there were any BTS women.
Look, we're being very welcoming hosts here. For the summit. What's up, LD? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm muted right now. I'm sure we'll get that. Hello.
Right up there? Yeah, I've got you. You're in my ear.
All right.
That's exactly where I want you, LD, in my ear.
Yeah. So,
Reserve time.
EG, wow, 3 support bands. Already.
Support bands by EG. Yeah, that's true.
And the Tinker. Fnatic were talking about Tinker almost exclusively in the ride over this morning. It was all about whether they want to ban Tinker, do they want to pick Tinker, if they leave it open, will EG first pick Tinker? He has been the talk of this tournament.
Yes, he is just he changes the way the game's played because once he gets his bots, his blink, he's pressuring everywhere. And if you don't have the right lineup, which is like, I mean, there aren't many great lineups to gank him. Batrider, pretty good.
10 seconds
Probably
remaining.
one of the best, actually. Well, they'll go Ember here from Fnatic.
Dire team
Fire.
As good as Tinker is, like, I feel Batrider is still super strong. Giving away Batrider over the Tinker is... I mean, he has received another nerf. He got his Firefly damage.
EG are just really good at securing and space and creating openings for RTZ to get that early farm. Like, where Tinker's most vulnerable is just those early levels. Before his bots, because the thing is, once he starts split pushing, like, you have to constantly react to the waves going in, and, you know, you can't always be trying to gank him.
10 seconds remaining.
So... I don't know. It works out for them in the end.
5
EG end up banning the Tinker, and they get the bat first pick. So that was a bat first pick, right?
Or Fnatic get the bat. Yeah, it works out for Fnatic.
Reserve
Was it a
time.
tree first pick or a bat?
It's a bat first pick.
Okay.
Fnatic had first pick on the Radiant side this game.
Yeah. The other thing that they were discussing was just whether or not they want to give away the Mirana. So
they did not.
Yeah. In the end, as you can see, they choose to ban it out. So that does give away the PPD tree, and EG go for the Enigma. Not a hero I've seen too much out of them.
Phantom Assassin.
They've done it here and there, but never like I've never seen them like prioritize it as high as this. Like,
It's a
picking up
second
the first
pick
2.
Enigma.
Yeah.
That's pretty early.
Yeah.
Normally it's like a third, fourth pick type hero.
Yep. No, it's one of those heroes which often shows up on LAN because he's it makes players and teams just be scared of the black hole always, and teams are already nervous and under high pressure situations on LAN, and that's where just the threat of a black hole can just win you fights because your opponents are playing off their game. And then if you do happen to hit I mean, you get to the late game, you get a BKB black hole if there's no counters that go through it. There is a Batrider lasso, but you can't really blink lasso and Enigma easily once you've started casting the black hole. You have to kind of get around it. So
there's Rubik though. That's the big one.
that's actually a good point. And I think that's why Fnatic second pick Rubik because they see the Enigma and are like, sweet, we get Rubik here. So I think Rubik was a really smart pick for Fnatic and something that EG. I mean, they're not going to be surprised by it, but they're probably thinking, crap, I wish they didn't have Rubik.
Actually, an interesting divergence. We had Kuroki cast yesterday, and he went on at length explaining why he thinks Enchantress is just generally a stronger pick than Chen in this particular patch because of the need to exert pressure so early on, like those first 0 to 5 minutes. And, well, Fnatic are going to go for the Chen. So they have their shot, the Enchantress, something, obviously, we've seen Notel play a fantastic Chen throughout the tournament, or Enchantress throughout the tournament and in past events, but this is quite an interesting change of pace.
Dire team
that
pick.
5th Meepo ban from EG.
Yeah, that's you got to show your respect, and not to Notel, it's Excalibur. It's the 16-year-old Chinese Swedish prodigy.
The wonder.
So We'll see what the plan's going to be here. It's
Storm Spirit.
a last pick Storm Spirit for EG. So
Fnatic's turn to pick.
this may be a safe lane Storm with the PA mid, just based on the way most teams are playing the PA recently. PA is generally actually going to the mid lane, and Storm's a hero that's snowballs, whereas PA is just kind of like your stable, pretty reliable carry that will get some farm regardless of where it goes. So I think this is more likely a Storm safe lane, but
Does Mason play the Storm? I can't recall actually seeing Arteezy play it.
yeah, Mason.
Yeah, I
Mason
believe.
plays Storm
Okay,
in
Mott's
Mott's given us that
Yeah.
North American
So-
insight and says Mason does in fact play the
I think
Storm.
it's quite likely
5
going to be
seconds
Arteezy
remaining.
mid PA with the Storm safe lane, and EG taking a page from the Chinese team, which is putting the Doom in the off lane, assuming that's the case.
It's especially good, I think, on Dire because Dire's where you struggle to get into the lane, and Doom has that plan B.
Yeah.
But if he has to go to the jungle, he is sharing it with Enigma, which is not ideal.
All right, well, we're going to get a last pick Night Stalker. Thank you fella against. Well,
Did he get buffed in the latest patch? I don't remember.
I don't think so. I
Okay.
can't recall, but I'm pretty sure it didn't. Night Stalker did not get any.
Gonna do a
buffs.
little Google foo here.
Okay.
Just confirm.
Sounds good
What's
to
that,
me.
Brian?
Yeah.
K-pop saying not in 8-1B.
Yeah, not
Okay.
B, but maybe 8-1. What I hear, it got small tweaks in 8-1.
Well, Silence is pretty good against, obviously very good against Storm.
10 seconds.
I think it's actually pretty good against PA as well because she's a very elusive hero in the fights, just with the constant
5
blink strike
seconds
spam
remaining.
and dagger just to chase or even to run away, just dagger an opponent that's diving in. So I think he could be very effective in this game, but primarily I see it as they just wanted some additional lockdown for the Storm because all they really had was Rubik lift.
All right, well, we'll hop ourselves into the draft and see what's going to be going on. All right.
Yes, in 0.81, darkness now affects building vision, which
Okay.
I don't think in most cases will come into play,
Gotcha.
but we'll see.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll get ourselves in a quick pause as the teams get ready. Looks like they're ready to go. Our first match of the day. Whew. Everyone's waking up here. Teams, players, casters alike. We've only got the 2 teams at the house for now, but the rest going to be arriving in the next hour or 2. And it's this Poor Man's Shield first PA build where we're going to probably see PA go mid, get pulled a couple tangos, and then rush a bottle.
Yeah, and she's actually a pretty difficult hero to gank. Once you get a single point evasion, and like usually by level 4, I think we'll see that Blink Strike's not that strong early on. And once you have that, you have Poor Man's Shield, you are not an easy gank.
Yeah. And
Fnatic do have decent nuke damage though, so I think they could kill the PA, but it's going to depend on what kind of runes and creeps they get.
yeah, both teams going into the jungle here. Going to see some early warding here. Fnatic see this because they place this ward first, and they actually know exactly where that EG ward is, I believe.
Yeah, that could be a big deal.
Second sentry comes out, and it gets pinged. Or at least roughly where. They know roughly where the second blocking ward is, too, so Fnatic have great information from that early observer ward being planted. Did they TP to get that down?
30
Yeah,
seconds to
you
battle.
cannot get there before your opponents do without a TP.
Yeah, they got there extremely fast.
So-
or if you've like a Nature's
Yeah.
Prophet.
I think it's
obviously.
worth TPing there just to guarantee that you can get a good D ward off.
Mhm.
And they're pinging where the
Oh,
sentry
they
is.
know. Oh, they know.
Yeah,
This is huge for Fnatic.
They may need a ting going in, or can Chen get vision? Yeah, they got vision.
There's also that, it looks like the 1 sentry blocking the medium camp, but they're going to get their pull camp, which means the Rubik has his own place to farm, and Chen still has
The battle
both big camps to work
begins.
with, so that's pretty damn big for
Yeah.
Fnatic.
The pull camp's the really important thing, I think.
Yeah, we got the boots first Chen from No-Tail. He loves going for these like potentially super high impact support items. Like he'll go for boots or bottle first on Wisp, whereas we see most players go a little bit more conservative and get some stats, get a little bit of regen early on. But hey, that extra right click can easily be a first blood.
Yeah. The boots is not bad. I used to like the boots first on Chen, but I feel like you're better off having your Rubik having a boots first. He's the one zoning out, harassing your offlaner. For Chen, all it really helps you do is get from jungle camp to jungle camp a little faster. And maybe like if you go for a gank, you get an extra right click or 2 off. But the Chen itself is not the important part of a gank. It's the creeps and the Rubik who's initiating with you, who smoked out with you. So I think Rubik having boots first is better than the Chen having the boots first, but we'll see how it works out for Fnatic. It's not really like a done and dusted. It's definitely better kind of scenario. But looking at the lane, Zairi, how do you feel things are going to pan out here?
I actually have not gotten to see any PA yet this tournament. I've been sort of in and out, doing logistics stuff, running people back and forth. I know there has been a little bit of PA picking. How successful has it been?
Mixed.
Huh?
Mix? I think. Oh, I think I've only seen maybe one game. So
Oh, okay. Was it only the one game?
At least one game, but it may have been
Yeah.
a couple. I can't actually remember whether won or lost. I don't know.
This EG draft is pretty scary, but I think a lot riding on this Enigma. Fnatic are well aware of the Enigma's presence, but
Jeez, Mason, this is.
we'll see.
This is your Soul Spirit. Who's actually he's going to be the one getting the kill here. Maybe Trixie gets Leech Seed up. It's going to be very close. 16 HP. That nerf to Leech Seed just saved Batrider's life.
Dyer's
If
top
that
tower
was
is
previous
under
patch,
attack.
that's a kill.
Yep.
That reduced damage on level 1 Leech Seed.
Kill. And
there we go.
I got an LD. Wow. It
Wow.
definitely was a good play.
yeah.
Not a good play. But
Meanwhile,
something
bottom lane,
surprising.
they have dropped an Observer Ward, so they get some vision of this Doom, and he's in danger of getting caught.
Loop-de-loop.
Oh, he devours the creep. Nicely done by Universe. Can they actually kill him off with Searing Chains here? I'm not so sure. I don't think so.
That's so annoying.
Trying to gank a
bottom
Doom
tower
as Chen
is under
is
attack.
frustrating.
It's where you wish you were. If you're Enchantress, you maybe have 2 creeps there. You lead with the one that's going to expire soon or just is less valuable. And
Yeah, goes back to what Kuroki was saying yesterday.
and they're not even getting any damage under this tower, so this is actually not very good for Fnatic. It's going to be quite bothersome for them.
Played PA once in April.
Against TL.
Okay.
Basically, we don't know what to expect out of this.
Yeah. I'm curious about the build. There's the age-old debate of Battle Fury on PA. Of course, very situational, but
Yeah, I think that's something we're less likely to see with a solo mid PA. Maybe you go back for it, but you'll want to have at least your basic stats items,
Phase
bottle, so you can move around the map, control runes, and at least threaten ganks.
yeah.
PA is a deceptively good ganking hero, just with like a max stifling dagger, blink initiation.
We'll see though. I guess they do have the Chen and the Storm that can kind of take over in that department in the mid game, but maybe that, and I think that's where PA goes back to farming is, once Storm has some core items up, once the Doom has level 6, his upgraded boots, something like that. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see.
Okay, well, Hani, he's the Night Stalker who's playing that mid lane matchup against the PA. He's going to find an Invis rune, just level 4 at the moment. We're about to reach that first nighttime in 30 seconds time, but he can't really gank too well himself, but I'd love to see like the Rubik and Chen, or at least one of those 2 heroes, try and rotate towards him in lane and find a kill on the PA, because it's almost better that Night Stalker stays mid because he still needs farm and levels, and you bring the supports to the Night Stalker rather than vice versa.
Just watching this mid matchup, it's just so annoying to try and harass the PA down. All you can really do is spam Void, like trying to trade right clicks when he's got evasion and a poor man shield is just not gonna, and 6 armor to boot is just not gonna work out.
Yeah. Well, Hani's going to pop his Invis, but he's going to right click and get some last hits as soon
Oh,
as possible.
Chen's coming here as well. I think they might go for this with the level 3 Void and Nighttime.
It's nighttime. Night Stalker doesn't
Oh,
care
he's
about
got a
it.
Wildkin. Never mind.
Sad. Hani, nice little bit of body blocking there to guarantee the rune. That's a DD rune as well, so that's actually a nice bit of play there by Hani. Secures himself the DD rune. It's still PA leading the last of the mid lane, so how annoying this matchup is, as you said, but at this point, that may change just because of how scared RTC is going to have to be of the rotations coming in from some of these other heroes.
Well, Enigma is free farming right now and getting a lot out of the woods. He is already halfway to level 6 in 4.5 minutes. That is pretty fast jungle pattern.
Yeah.
Very efficient by Zai.
This is your
Dyer's
ultra
top
greedy,
tower
let's
is
farm
under
as fast as
attack.
possible, and who cares what happens in the other lanes kind of jungle Enigma. But I like it because I think some Enigmas spend a bit too much time trying to help deny creeps in side lanes, try and just help out elsewhere, where I think just going super greedy mode is really effective because he's going to have such a fast mech, and when he hits level 6, that's when you want to go for, you get your boots and a smoke and you go for a game.
First one to hit level 6 in this game. That is impressive.
Yeah, it's just such a strong farmer if you're left unchecked. And the thing is, like, yeah, you don't do anything for 5 minutes, but then you walk into the mid game and you have an early mech, blink dagger, and your ganks with Black Hole are going to be more effective most times.
Has he skilled stats, or is he just holding those skill points on the Enigma?
Holding.
Because he has no Malefice right now.
He's just holding in case there's some bizarre freak scenario where he'd need a midnight pulse for whatever reason.
Clear trees.
Looks like they're trying to make it go on mid now. We've got Chen waiting in position.
It's nighttime. The Centaur.
His PA is a pretty...
No vision.
Do they have a
though.
point in silence? Actually, he doesn't have mana for the Blink Strike right now, and they're diving. Here we go.
Dyer's middle tower
Silence.
is under attack.
TP coming in. That's your stream protector. There's also an Enigma who can TP, but it's too late for Easy. First blood gets picked up. Is there a counter kill here? Possibly with the Enigma showing up. Malefice onto No Tail, and No Tail, Malefice damage. Knockball will end up finishing off there as Hani gets himself a twofer with the DD rune. Black Hole from Zai. He'd love to use his Black Hole even for a solo kill. Hani's got to get the hell out of there and get out of there fast.
Well, Storm TP's in. He does have his ultimate not zipping in.
bit too far, maybe. He would have to use like all his mana to get. Or he could like jump the Rubik and then like you die to the Night Stalker. If you jump the Night Stalker, you get lifted and then
he had
Night Stalker turns it around.
He did have backup coming from Enigma though. They weren't that far away. But at the end of the day, what happens is he TPs in and they'd get nothing out of it. So his farm is a bit disrupted, and Fnatic got to be very happy with that.
That was fantastic for Fnatic.
It's so important for Night Stalker to get early runes. Like not having a double damage rune there, those kills don't happen.
And now he has a haste rune to boot.
Yeah. So EG rotated their entire 5-man lineup mid there, whereas Fnatic only brought 3. They had Batrider farming top, Ember Spirit farming bottom, and Ember Spirit getting solo XP and farm, and that's actually really nice because Ember Spirit needs those levels a lot more than a lot of other heroes on the map do.
Uh-oh, initiation onto Doom. Universe in big trouble as he gets telekinesed back. He'll do what he can, but will take a spill. No Tail picks up that one.
Good stuff from Fnatic so far.
What kind of build has Excalibur gone for skill-wise? I'm curious to see. Okay, so he gets the 2-1-2 so far.
He'll probably max. Yeah, it looks like if you're getting any points in Flame Guard, you're generally planning to max it. So you either go like 4-4-0, or you get the second value point in the Searing Chains. It used to be a 1 value point, but you gotta go 2 for the duration now.
Yeah, I'm expecting the Slight and the shield max as well, and shield will be pretty good this game. There's always nuke damage. It's not very often you're like, yeah, there's no nukes. I don't need that.
PA getting dived to mid lane. Yeah, let's say PA.
Oh, so much space created by Hani. Getting all the runes, forcing out TPs. That is that's like 4 or 5 rotations that he's forced out just on the Night Stalker. And again, a lot of it just goes back to runes.
Hani's Night Stalker's scary. I haven't seen his Night Stalker in a while, but I remember like in the past him playing this hero, just controlled the game so well. And I think it's one of the heroes which Fnatic played really well with. So I'm glad they gone back to the Night Stalker.
Wow, he got that tower kill and the first blood gold.
He's almost going to Midas too.
Wow.
I think it's one of the earlier Night Stalkers to go this build, and I really like it because one of the Night Stalker's biggest problems is you can get all these kills in the first 10-15 minutes of the game in the ganking stage, but then you can't farm. He's one of the worst farmers like in the game that's run as a solo mid, so it makes a really nice pickup to stay up to par for items and gets you huge levels.
Yeah, absolutely. I could be an armlet, but I think we'd probably see like a Helm of Iron Will first. Then Night Stalker doesn't really need more attack speed with 3 points in Hunter of the Night already. So yeah, it's a pretty strong start for Fnatic, you gotta say.
Yeah, Zai getting close to his mech here, about halfway to the recipe, so EG will be in team fighting shape.
I think he would just have it if he hadn't rotated mid twice already. I mean, he had to, but that's just, again, credit to Hani for all that space. And that rune lock as well. Definitely doesn't hurt.
Yeah, Universe now level 6, so the Doom ulti is online, perhaps looking for blood. Chen likewise. Hand of God now available.
How are we looking at the mid game here, Gods? Do you give anyone an advantage? The start of Fnatic.
I think it just gets better for Fnatic. Night Stalker's hasn't even hit his. I guess he's going Midas, so he's not getting a whole lot scarier right now. But
middle tower
just picking up an Ogre Club, getting the levels from the Midas makes you tankier with all the stats. And Ember Spirit really kicks off in the mid lane. I'm a bit surprised to see Ember Spirit go with the Ring of Health. I think getting an early, like just the drums as fast as possible on your Ember Spirit would just allow you to do a lot more in that mid game where EG are kind of weak because EA doesn't fight that well. Triumph doesn't fight that well in mid game. Storm is not bad. Enigma has a mech. Doom's okay, but I think EG's really weak if Fnatic just buys mid game items. You can get the Midases into mid game items because you can get those items up so fast because these mid game items like drums, just if you're going like BKBs or Ogre Club. I mean, just an Ogre Club makes you so tanky or so cost effective, but I think Fnatic really want to just try and punish EG during that stage, take a lot of towers where possible.
How's the Batrider looking? Is he at all close to a blink? Oh, looks like we might see a fight break out here. Doom out on the Ember. No, oh no, he's just fiery.
Nice Hand of God. Are they going to get this kill? Yeah,
they still will.
Chop him.
They have to chase pretty hard then. That's all that for a Rubik kill, so Fnatic aren't too bothered. The Hand of God cooldown isn't actually that important of a cooldown. Maybe it could make a difference. Meanwhile, top lane, actually almost catches out your soul.
Here now.
Mason will zip himself home.
So, no flame break.
Not enough mana.
Not enough mana.
That's
the lasso nerf. Yeah.
Yep. Close to that blink dagger though. He's got like 1800.
One of the very few times you will see it come into play. It's just like this first 10, 15 minutes of the game.
That's a ballsy smoke under a room where there's often Observer Ward's kind of smoke from Fnatic, but it works. No one was there. There's no Observer Ward vision, so.
Does he have a Wildkin and a Harpy? It's an interesting mix of creeps.
Bottom tower
yeah, for a Chen especially, because it's not like you just grab your Enchantress and you grab whatever you find, so.
Yeah.
really agree with these two creeps.
The lightning is
I don't know what else
deceptively
he's
strong.
I don't know what else he's had in the jungle, to be fair.
Yeah. Well, trying to find an opening at mid lane, but EG have already vacated and are making their way down bottom, in fact, so... see what they can find here, as it is going to be your Ember Spirit rushing his first Battle Fury.
You see these items, and Ember, you gotta gank them. You can't let him just get away with a straight Battle Fury rush and no stats.
They'll dive him here now, maybe in some trouble as Arteezy hops forward. Universe coming in, looking for the ultimate. He'll find it. Storm zips in as well, and Excalibur in big trouble. He will indeed take a spill. Universe secures the kill, and they'll try and take the tower out of it.
Nice little gank there. Ember Spirit, maybe if he saw all the extra heroes coming in, could have gone like deeper into the trees with his Remnant and tried to TP. But EG just made a lot of that one to make sure they get that kill.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And another double damage up for Hani.
Uh-oh. Looks like we have a phone call. I'll be right back.
Okay.
LD's on important duties patrol here at the summit, so he bet things he's gonna hold the fort down, but we've got a nighttime here. It's gonna be Arteezy making his way down, checks up fans at himself a haste rune at bottom.
Very aggressive runes this game. I feel like it's been either a haste or a double damage almost every spawn.
Yeah. Every rune seems to be like potentially lead to a kill.
Yeah.
Not many like regens, illusions, little dub runes. Also one invis, but invis as well.
Yeah, still pretty aggressive. Enigma looks like working on some treads, has himself the Ogre Club, so just going straight for the BKB. Pretty standard build.
Sergeant Yasha?
Yeah, that SNY Enigma. Maybe a Halberd. That Halberd rush.
Yep.
Possible.
All about that. There's a Blink Lasso initiation coming in the mid lane, and they're going to blow up Arteezy.
Or are they?
The mech, the counter black hole coming out, catches out two here. The Hand of God is there. No real damage being dealt to Fnatic right now is the problem. It's a counter black hole. Fly steals it, just a solo kill on the Enigma, but
so worth it.
Yeah, still good. And you don't really need the black hole beyond that. You've got Ember Spirit to help do some good long-range initiation and crowd control. Unfortunately, Fnatic only get the one kill there. That looked really good for them. I thought they were going to get a whole lot more out of that, especially because EG just have no damage output against the Chen mech plus Hand of God in that fight. Like, Fnatic were just staying full HP the entire time.
Yeah, and the living armor here stolen by Rubik, so now Fnatic can get very aggressive. PPD initiated upon. Searing Chains come out. They miss, but they'll find Universe. They throw out the silence. Universe in trouble. He falls. Now PPD gets telekinesis, pulled right back into the fire. He'll be the next to fall. Mason zipping around back and forth. And will he have the mana pool to make it out? Yes, he will, as Excalibur hops forward. Tier 1 tower will fall here, and Fnatic will take a successful fight in the mid lane.
Fnatic are playing so well. I mean, the strategy and the execution of it is just flawless right now. So, I don't know. For EG, they're in a bit of a tough spot now. This draft of theirs just isn't panning out. The PA pick, you ask how it's been going, and you look at games like this and just think, well, it's not a bad hero, but it's not exactly a good hero.
Yeah. I have to think that some of this lead that Fnatic has is a result of that rune control from Hani. Those double damages and that early tower kill, he's starting to ball out of control a little bit. Midas is up, well on his way to the Ag Scepter. Only about 1,500 gold until he has that, so I don't know. This is when Night Stalker gets really scary, that early momentum, and it seems EG don't really have too many tools to slow him down.
Yeah, they need their first couple of items, your Storm Orchid, but I mean, beyond your Storm Orchid, what are you waiting for? You've got your mech, your Doom's not really farming too much. They try and catch out Hani on the Night Stalker, who's getting a bit aggressive there, but even if Storm gets close enough for the pull, there's not really that much backup. There's maybe a Leech Seed. And Fnatic now, as long as they stick as 5, they can take fights really easily. They haven't got Ember Spirit here, they haven't got Chen here, so they don't want to get too aggressive here in the enemy jungle for the time being.
Yes, absolutely. Already, mech out on both sides, so very mid-game oriented lineup on both sides of the coin.
Net worth of Night Stalker. This is the beauty of that Midas.
Yeah.
He's 2k ahead of everyone, which is mostly your Midas goal, but that Midas is giving him levels and more.
PPD in trouble, lasso into the Firefly, but they'll go into Arteezy. He tries to TP home. That's not happening. He gets interrupted by the Dark Troll Summoner. Living armor helps keep him alive. Can they chase him down? PPD does end up falling around the backside. Hops back to his friend. Living armor out once again. Now Hani takes a stun from Universe in tower range. Mech comes out from No Tail. They'll dive it. They want Arteezy here, but can they bring him down? The silence, the right clicks. One more ought to do it. Trixie blinks forward, and that secures the kill. Now Universe caught in the ensnare again.
That one armor. Oh my god. Fnatic are just beast moding right now. What do you do against this team?
I don't know. He's still hanging on to that Harpy Stormcrawler. Or
I guess some value
Crafty
damage?
Yeah.
He's got the Wild Wing as well,
It's
man.
very spammable. It does a lot of AoE damage with low mana cost, and it's like a 4-second cooldown.
Yeah.
It's pretty ridiculous. So
the Wild Wing's not really offering much apart from the plus armor, but I guess when you're diving towers and going as aggressive as they are, that plus armor, not bad.
yeah.
It's like a free Bassi ring kind of thing, so...
Yeah.
Well, a last one to mech used, and Fnatic find themselves with 3 kills, a ton of momentum, and there's just very little EG have at their disposal to try and fight Fnatic anytime soon. EG have just really got to just bunker down and try and find some farm right now. Like, I don't think they can actually fight Fnatic.
Do you think the Mason Orchid will turn the tides a little bit? Sorry, we've got LD back with us now.
I think no.
No?
I don't think it does
Too
much
little,
at all.
too late? I mean, he's not going to have it anytime soon either.
It's very good against Ember Spirit.
Ember Spirit's not even the problem. They're not even dying to the Ember Spirit at this stage. That was like a 4-man dive at the T2 tower. Ember Spirit wasn't even there.
No. It's not about. They need to get on him soon though, because he's not far. If he doesn't already have Battle Fury, he's got to be close.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's
300
gold off. So, I mean, if they can start killing off the Ember, I think you die here or there. If you're shutting down Ember, they can make a comeback, and they are dire. Their Roche is decent because of the Enigma pick mainly. If someone manages to pick up a medallion, maybe the tree. I think that's the main thing they've got going for them right now. And a Blink Dagger for Doom, so they've got a decent gank.
It's okay. He's still so squishy. Like, these fights, when he gets... Fnatic just dive. You blink away, they just keep on diving you. They've got a blink on their Batrider. They're soon going to have a 4-stuff on him. Your Night Stalker at nighttime is just so fast, and now he's got an Ag Scepter, so he sees these heroes when they're going to be trying to initiate from Fog.
We'll have an engagement in the jungle.
Yep, pops the ultimate. Lasso onto PPD. No Firefly, though, from Trixie. Looks like they may have enough to bring him down. The Flame Break, the Silence, and Ani now dominating with another double damage rune.
Yeah, he's got the Gem Aghanim Scepter combo. No one is safe. That Tree and Invis is not going to do anything for you, and now they're going to make their way top lane. EG are going to TP and TP now. This will not end well for them if anyone gets caught. And you can't hide. Universe Man, Hani sees you with his Ag Scepter. TP out just in time.
By the way, I don't know if you guys talked about it yet. I had to make sure Ice makes it here safely this morning, but everything should be good. These wards are ridiculous. Like, EG can't even go in the jungle.
Yeah, I mean, Fnatic were just diving. Like, when you're diving tier 2 towers, like, it just opens up the map to plant those wards. So, really nice stuff. And Fnatic, at this point, Ember Spirit, like, he has his first Battle Fury. If he wants, he can keep farming. Fnatic can just, Batrider Night Stalker alone can control this game for the next 5+ minutes, probably. Not to say Ember Spirit will keep farming. I think you may as well come and fight because you're a high-level Ember Spirit with Battle Fury, but Hani alone is just dominating right now.
Fnatic just have so many farming tools. Between the Night Stalker's Midas and now the Battle Fury up on Ember, even if it goes a little more static, less fighting in the next few minutes, EG are just going to get out-farmed around the map. I mean, PA doesn't have any farming tools, working on probably a Battle Fury. I guess it could be a Shadow Blade, but...
That's a Battle Fury.
Yeah, still a long ways off, though. Just a Perseverance away, but...
I mean, Fnatic are not going to let him sit back and farm. And if they do, it's only because they're farming even faster on the Ember and the Night Stalker. So, it's tough for EG right now. They don't have map control. They have a Storm. They have a Storm and a Doom who can find pickoffs, but if they're ever forced into a true clash, they're almost guaranteed to lose it, I feel.
Yep. Well, they've got their whole team making their way down bottom. They'll be sitting behind Artura and Fly with an Invis rune. Scouts everyone out, smoked up, and there's no detection, no dust. He's stolen the Tree and Invis, actually, not an Invis rune. Nature's Guise, not a bad spell to steal. Unfortunately, it's just level 1, but still, it's a pretty cheeky little spell, and he finds EG's team using it, so...
Yeah, no ultimate for Hani here. 15 seconds. Could be what Fnatic's waiting for.
Yeah, but they know exactly where EG are, thanks to Fly there stealing Nature's Guise.
And the scary part for EG is this is daytime. Like, this is when they need to be making plays. I'm going to try and sneak a Roche.
This feels very risky.
It's the kind of risk they need to take. They're ridiculously far behind.
No medallion on Tree yet, but I think they'll get it. There's no response from Fnatic here.
They're grouping up in the jungle. If they go right now, they can still make it. They smoke.
Yeah,
this could be
Firefly
close.
on cooldown for 5 seconds. So
Trixie might be able to jack the Aegis.
Roche getting very low. They don't do it in
Doom
time.
stuck on the high ground. If they want to try and fight this, maybe they can. Storm with an Aegis, so Trixie can get maybe blown up here. The Night Stalker actually gets doomed as well, so with that engaged, but they're going to get caught out by the Overgrowth, and there's Mason taking a ton of damage. He will end up going down, but that's what your Aegis is for. Well, Batrider for an Aegis. Decent for EG. Unfortunately, it kind of just resets everything, and end of the day, like, they get some gold from Roshan, they get a Batrider kill. The gold is the most important thing here. They're so far behind on farm that they'll take that gold boost that they needed from Roshan.
I think Fnatic really just underestimated how long it would take EG to do that. You could tell Trixie was a little indecisive. As soon as the Roche text popped up, he was going to hop into the pit and then sort of stutter-stepped and cost him his life, but...
He didn't have vision. Like, that was just... It would just be super YOLO dangerous to blink force blindly into the pit and be like, well, I hope Roche is about to die. That's where not having Firefly hurt him quite a bit. There.
You can't like do blind Aegis seals just do not work. Like, you'll never see one unless it's like Bambo or something going for one. Like if you're
they do work once in a while, but it's just such a risky play. Like you do that if giving away the Aegis is an auto loss.
Yeah. If you're at the stage where you're behind 20k gold, but in a game like this where you're ahead or it's even, you're never going to see a team go for like a blind Aegis seal. If they have vision from like a Nature's Prophet tree in there, or from if it's nighttime and Nightstalker Ag's given vision, or if they have like a Storm with a Remnant on the high ground, then you go for an Aegis seal because you know the exact timing Roshan's going to die. But if you don't know the timing, it's just such a low percentage play that could likely get you killed. You don't go for that. No, not in an even game.
Well, EG get Aegis, lose it quickly. They're working towards a Battle Fury on RTZ, but I just feel like the next nighttime it's going to last, I don't know, what, like 8 minutes almost? It's going to last a very long time. Yeah. And he's got a gem now, so map control is at a max. And, you know, the other thing that we didn't really discuss is how good this Ag's gem Nightstalker is going to be against Treant Protector. Yeah. You can't be cheeky. You can't go hide in the trees and just, you know, do what PPD likes to do, which is just scout for pickoffs and basically set, like, he's the one who should be ideally setting up the ganks for Storm and Doom, but I don't think he'll be able to do that against this Ag's gem Nightstalker at night.
Yeah, and now EG have 3 big items to work with. The Battle Fury on Arteezy, as we see. Mason now has his Orchid and Enigma with a BKB. So 3 items that could potentially turn the tides in the next team fight, especially that BKB on Enigma, if he catches the Rubik, that is.
Yeah. The main thing is the Rubik. There's Lasso, but it's very short range, so can't count on that to cancel Black Hole.
So EG may try something a little aggressive here. They have all of their big ultimates available. They could try a smoke rotation if they were so inclined. Try and take a little momentum back, but first ultimate from Hani during this night cycle is out, and it will be Fnatic who turn up the aggression.
Let the dewarding begin.
EG can't really go for like any sort of aggression. Like even a 5-man smoke is just, if Fnatic are grouped up as 5, you lose that fight.
Yeah, I guess during nighttime it's just a futile effort.
They have got the BKB Enigma, but you're against a Rubik, and that's where I feel like if this game didn't have a Rubik on Fnatic, you could say, okay, EG just got their BKB Enigma, their Orchid Storm. They can maybe take some fights because you've got a guaranteed Black Hole. I mean, they're not guaranteed against Batrider, but
the other thing is Fly is Blink as well.
The Rubik.
It's so easy to just blink out as the Enigma comes in and just stay back and wait to steal the Black Hole.
So I think EG would be in a decent, like, they're still they're behind whichever way you look at it, but without the Rubik, I'd say you'd give them some comeback potential, like in team fights, but they can't take team fights. All they can do, I think, is split push and kind of go for little small skirmishes and pickoffs. Any 5v5 engagement is going to go bad if Fly plays it well on the Rubik.
He still has that Harpy. Wow, he really likes that creep. Put that on the notes to ask No-Tail about later. And, oh, Ember Spirit gets picked in the bottom lane.
PA and Enigma use a Black Hole to kill him off there.
How did they get on top of him?
Just walked up, probably.
Radiant's top
That's a mod note. They walked up to get on top of him, LD.
So the Enigma with no blink walked up, probably.
Or I mean, but like, I don't know. You see him coming, you just Remnant away immediately. So. Maybe he saw the Enigma, didn't expect an instant crit from PA.
It was likely it was just one hero who, like, Enigma walked up alone, Maleficent into Black Hole, and then PA blinked in.
Like if he was blink, that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, geez, just got caught out, and that's a pretty important kill. PA's actually ahead of net worth over this Ember, and this Ember's had so much more space than Arteezy this game.
That's the kind of plays EG just going to keep on doing. Using Black Holes for solo kills, great, because they don't want a team fight. They want to use ultimates to kill high-value targets whenever possible.
They're sending Mason around Invis, just trying to set up these ganks, but again, it's going to be very dicey against Nightstalker. I think that particular position is fine. He's not likely to be patrolling his own off-lane that close to his tier 2, but yeah, just in general, the whole concept is so hard to execute at this stage.
Yeah. Fnatic rotating about the mid lane here. Perhaps looking for a tower push, but also eager to take a fight. How's the No-Tail's item progression on that Shen? He had the mech and just Arcane Boots, 1,000 gold.
Yep. It doesn't go much beyond this. Like, maybe he gets a full staff for the team. Maybe he gets a Vlads for the aura, but beyond this, there's not a whole lot of Shen. I mean, item-wise, that he's going to be too worried about. The level 11's pretty good because of the extra heal with the ulti. But this is a tier 2 for tier 2 challenge trade, so I think EG making the best of this trade. Problem is now, I think Fnatic are actually going to force the high ground with a big night.
They almost have Assault Caress on Hani. That is a ridiculously big item pickup against PA.
Also going to at least get some good damage done here. The Tornado coming out. This will just annoy EG, prevent possibly like a Doom Blink or something. And Hani, just on the front lines, just keeps on whacking away on the tower. Living armor.
You really don't want to go on the Night Stalker here, but you got to because he's sieging so fast.
Get them Skeleton Warriors in, they'll burn that living armor in no time.
Yeah, perfect creep for what's going on here. There's the lasso from Bat Rider onto Mason. The silence comes out. Storm Spirit takes a spill to start off this fight. The mech from Chen, buyback from Mason. BKB popped by Zai, looking for the black hole opportunity. But I don't think he has it. There's your overgrowth coming out. Trixie trying to TP home. Electric Vortex will be enough to bring him down. Now Excalibur on the run. Universe hops forward, has the Doom available. Can they find him in the trees? Excalibur will get interrupted, and he'll be dead. They actually burned the Doom ultimate on it as well.
They did buy back on Storm there, but I think pretty well worth it. That was a scary timing for Fnatic because EG did not have Black Hole, and they still managed to defend.
Yeah.
Yep.
You've still got the threat of the Doom, and just they just couldn't really sustain the fight once the Bat Rider lasso had been used. So,
and now BKB up on Arteezy, so this PA is starting to gain a lot of steam here.
I feel like Fnatic just could have sieged there. Like they didn't have to jump for a hero kill, to be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, we saw that a lot in the TI4 qualifiers, where teams that could have just safely sieged the base went for dives and kill attempts. Often cost.
Hani, these sendbacks from Chen just covering Hani time and time again, but Fly will not be so lucky. Stormwall to Zipsword catches the Chen.
Oh no.
Pick off after pick off.
It's all called. They're crumbling right now.
Both
teams are the kind of draft where if you're on the run, you're not escaping. He is a great chaser. We saw that from the Night Stalker.
Triple buyback as they actually get the lasso, but can they even kill Arteezy with the evasion? It's so hard to do so. And he's been silenced up. Arteezy on the run, pops his BKB, but Night Stalker will not give up without a bit of a chase here.
Overgrowth from the tree, a full fight breaking out. The all heal from Chen, but Hani will still take a spill. Now Arteezy continually on the run. The living armor keeping him alive. Excalibur in the front line, Searing Chains connect. That's a dead PA. It's a double kill as he finishes off the Doom. Mason, he'll TP home. And now Enigma on the run. BKB expiring soon. I think Zai will fall.
He buys himself a full
I was going to say, spend your gold, Zai. You're going down.
With a triple kill.
Wow.
Well, EG used to buy back on Storm, but he is still alive, so...
Now a buyback on Hani.
They want Raxus. That's why you buy back. Zai's like, sweet, you can buy back, I can buy back, let's all buy back.
Is Black Hole available? Yes, it is.
PA is no buyback. PA just bought the BKB, is short on money. Doom will buy back with Doom, but I think Fnatic still...
Fnatic cannot go. If they go right now after a triple buyback and they die, EG goes down mid again. And this time, there's no buybacks, they get Rax.
They wanted to finish off that tier 3 tower before Living Armor could bring it back up, but...
So, like, Night Stalker's buyback looks kind of bad there, but it forced 2 buybacks. So it's like you use 1 buyback and force 2 of your opponents. And then you're going to go into the Roshan pit with PA still dead. And just having perfect map vision because of the Night Stalker accepted. This is a really good decision for Fnatic. Problem is this tier 3 tower mid is going to get completely healed up by living armor, but you get Aegis off of this, and Aegis at this stage I think is incredibly valuable in a game like this.
Especially against Storm, you do not want to give that away. It just makes EG's initiation so simple. He jumps in, blows his whole combo, uses all his mana, probably kills someone like the Rubik or the Ember and dies, and then respawns and you win the fight from there.
Fnatic won't walk away empty-handed. They secure an uncontested Roche. Aegis now up on Excalibur, and that is Roche number 2 in the books.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's now daytime again, so Fnatic get this Aegis, but they can't be too aggressive. They got 4 minutes of daytime. They'll have maybe 2 minutes with the Aegis where it hits nighttime, depending if they use the Night Stalker ultimate or not. But
and it will just be dataless after Battle Fury for Excalibur. Pretty standard.
I'm really curious to see which hero has more impact, because for this stage of the game, I feel like that's where PA offers you a lot, but you go later, and if you don't get a crit, and one fairly early in the fight, you just don't do much. Whereas Ember, every time he Sleight of Fist, you're doing a lot of AoE damage, and you have way more opportunities to get crits. So I think the longer this goes, the more the Ember will have an impact, and the less we'll see from PA. RNG, I guess, being the main X factor there.
EG with a 5-man smoke. Now they will be the aggressors as soon as daytime comes. This is their time to make it happen. Ward down in the EG base, so Fnatic at least have a little bit of intel there. But we'll see. Can EG find the opener?
Fnatic just like they're almost on the map. Let's play safe. They've already had a couple really bad fights which we didn't need to take, so they've been drawing circles in their own jungle saying, hey look, EG are probably here, and I think they're exactly right.
Yeah, state of the game when both teams have 3 buybacks on cooldown is if a team wins a fight convincingly, that's almost certainly Rax.
Yeah.
So nobody wants to take too many risks here. Oh, by the way, we didn't get to talk about it. Pretty sure Fnatic lost their gem in that fight mid. Night Stalker did die. Did they get it back?
They must have. They got it back right after when they
counter
initiated. It seems at least. The gem is actually, yeah, like... I
Yeah,
think
with
it's a
the
good thing
Night
to bring
Stalker,
up.
it's so important. And up against the tree as well.
Yeah, this is an important game to have a gem, especially on the Fnatic side. And even on at this stage, map control is a decisive factor in this game, so gem is going to make a big difference there. EG still holding this position in the enemy jungle. They're feeling confident about taking fights.
Yep. And their smoke will be unsuccessful. They'll start to retreat to their section of the map as Fnatic kind of move out of the base, just trying to bide their time, wait out the day. Both teams with wards on the Radiant Plateau, and being very cautious.
The other thing for Fnatic is they didn't have Assault Caress in the last fight, I don't believe, but how close is Night Stalker to it?
There you go.
Just got the SP. I think he's got the Chainmail.
Yep.
That's a pretty big upgrade. Like, he lost a lot of health to the... I want to say PA got 2 crits on him, but I saw at least 1 for sure, and he lost a big chunk of health to that. So just living through that extra auto attack, that extra crit, I mean, with PA having Blink Strike as the main attack speed kind of DPS buff, once it wears off, if you're still alive, it's much harder for it to chase you down and kill her.
Yeah, a lot of the damage onto the Night Stalker this game is going to be physical, because Doom's being used most likely on the Ember Spirits, so it does kind of open Honey up to stay alive a long time in a fight with this Assault Caress, and help out the rest of his team a little bit.
I would love to just see him tank up a bit more, even go for something like a Heaven's Halberd would be nice this game, as a more cost-effective option. Heart, Armlet, I guess it's a bit late for Armlet.
Halberd's kind of cool because it almost... If it forces PA to go MKB, that's an item that PA doesn't necessarily want to buy, like just to deal with one hero's evasion.
Yeah,
so.
you generally would rather get something like an Abyssal Blade, maybe some Lifesteal, Satanic.
Yeah. They do have a Vlad's up on the Doom now, so there is some lifesteal going PA's way. And I like the choice to grab the Armor Aura here against the Night Stalker Ember. Plenty of physical damage coming out.
By the way, I guess it's long past that point where the decision was made, but I'm a little surprised we didn't see a Maelstrom from Ember. I feel like that item's a lot stronger now that they fixed the way the lightning procs work.
Was that just in the most recent patch?
No, it wasn't. I don't think it was like the most recent one, but it was in one of the more recent patches. Because it used to be you could only have 1 chain lightning going at once, but every time you auto attack now, you can set a chain lightning off.
The Maelstrom is like good for when you really good, ridiculously good when you get it, but then like 5-10 minutes later, it suddenly becomes really underwhelming on Ember Spirit. It doesn't scale to late game.
It's really just good at creep clear. That's what it does super effectively.
Yeah, but like that fits their lineup perfectly. They have Night Stalker, Batter, and they got ahead early, right? So you got something like that, and I think you could have just
you get ahead early, but you still got to plan for the late game. Like you're not pushing. Their high ground push is not that scary. I mean, Ember Spirit is an atrocious high ground pushing carry. So I think even when you're ahead early, you still got to build towards the late game because. Like, it's going to get to late game with EG's high ground defense.
Is he that bad at pushing high ground? I mean, he can spam Sleight of Fist from...
He just can't affect damage buildings. Is the
oh, I see. Okay.
And if you get in position to Sleight of Fist onto their high ground, then you're also in position to be jumped by a Blink Doom or Enigma.
I'm defending high ground, you always split up. Like, you have one hero mid, one on the left side, one on the right side. You're catching maybe 2, maybe 3 within the slide. You're not catching... Like, it's not like people grouped up for that 5-man Sleight of Fist when... If you're defending your high ground against 5-man push, you're getting 4 5-man Sleight of Fist, but pushing it's the other. Quite different.
All right. Well, game's gonna continue onward, and again, this is where I'm feeling like it's actually gonna be more up to the Storm than anyone else on EG to make plays as the game goes later. PA can jump in, sure, but there's just so many ways to deal with that. They've got the lasso. Ember's quite elusive in the fights, and he's not getting doomed. That's going to be trouble. But this tower that was nearly dead from the first push is now back to full HP. And
power of the tree.
Glyph used pretty early here, EG, want to keep this tower healed up.
Did Storm pop his BKB? Is that what I saw there?
I hope not. That's a
look
a
at
sad
that.
storm.
It's on cooldown. That's a 10-second BKB wasted.
Oh, man.
That's big.
Oh my goodness.
That's really big.
I don't know if Fnatic saw or not. They may have with the Night Stalker ultimate, so trouble, EG. The siege will just continue for now. They've got to be a bit careful. Enigma, is there a blink dagger or anything on this Enigma? Or is this
It's
just
a
gonna
force
be...
staff. That's
oh yeah,
all.
that's right. You've got the force staff, but
and 2800, so he could grab a blink here.
I think this is not a blink essential game necessarily, but we'll see.
Also against Ember, constantly spamming Slide, it gets a bit annoying to get in position for a blink.
So Fnatic just force out a glyph, but they also keep EG grouped up. It's not like they lose too much, but they're going to fall back, farm some of these side lanes, farm the enemy jungle, and yeah, be on their merry way.
Well, now it's EG's turn to camp in their base. It's nighttime, and buybacks are available now for both teams. Buyback situation is, well, a little bit better for the Dire, I would say. They've got 3 of their most important heroes that have it, and only they're really the only important hero for Fnatic that is right now is bad.
Yeah, and Ember Spirit picks up an MKB. This is probably another reason why they waited out a bit. You need this to deal with the evasion. It looked like he was going the Daedalus. He had that Demon Edge plus Crystallis. But
that's a very smart adjustment. He is... They don't have that much magic damage, and that makes him the only hero that can really bring down the PA.
Close call from No Tail there. Ports out just in the nick of time.
40% evasion is no joke.
Yeah.
You need MKB.
Yeah. Or a Scythe, one or the other.
And the thing with me with this...
Yeah, they just don't really have a natural Scythe builder unless Chen manages to farm one. It's going to take a long time.
I still really like Fnatic in the ultra late game. They've got Ember Spirit and Batrider. Batrider is, to me, one of the like ultra amazing late game heroes. Enigma is as well, but you've got the Rubik. So, I mean, Fnatic basically have an Enigma of their own if Fly plays a team fight really well. So,
oh, what a time to...
DC coming out.
DC. Hopefully everything's okay. We've got a screen freeze. We'll get somebody on that right away and hopefully resolved. I think they're going to TP out on time anyway, so I don't see Fnatic getting a range here.
Yeah, their long range initiation is not the craziest, but alright, we'll see what the plan's going to be here. It is going towards that late game stage, so I mean, in looking at where things stand here, it's Fnatic. I mean, they seem to just have the better map control. They've got wards placed really offensively. They're a little bit behind on the gold graph, but you're 36 minutes in. It's, I mean, a 1k gold lead is not really a 1k gold lead.
Wait, what did you just say? A 1k gold lead is really not a 1k gold lead?
It's not really a lead, is what I meant.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I did say a 1k gold lead is not 1k. You're right.
I'm sorry.
Gotta read between the lines.
We don't have our psychic
help me
link
to help
established.
you, okay? Help me to help you.
All right, everything seems to be okay. We will unpause, and it looks like the tree actually got caught. And no, okay, they don't have a gem here.
Vision, PPD. All right, playing with fire here.
Oh, they do have a gem. Oh, now he's caught.
Yeah, they're gonna burn down the forest as PPD takes a spill.
Okay.
I'm not sure if he had a T. Did his TP get canceled by like a flame break there?
He didn't have money.
Okay.
I don't know if he tried to TP and got cancelled and then just didn't have money, but he had no money for one thing.
Trixie may have just like blinked in and just thrown a flame break at the trees. I'm not sure, but.
And Fnatic, I think this is a smarter choice rather than going for that. They keep trying to go for that tier 3 high ground mid, and it's not really working too well. But this tier 2 tower at top is pretty free, especially with one hero down.
Well, here comes the siege engine, honey. Just banging away at the tier 2. I think they at least want to threaten high ground. Again, I go back to that earlier siege. If they had just focused on the objective, which is just breaking the tier 3 fully, because you're up against tree, bringing it low is not good enough. I think they would have taken it. But, well, they're a little scared. They're not going to go in yet.
Yeah. Arteezy now picking up the Yasha.
Oh, he missed his Searing Chains.
Oh! Doesn't matter. We've got Batrider showing up at the right time, and Arteezy now caught in No Man's Land doesn't get off his BKB. Not that it would have mattered.
He's so squishy with that MKB on the Ember and just jumps right back top. They're going to push in top lane, and I think they just try and force this buyback.
Yeah, I think it looks like they either 5-man mid or 5-man top. Doesn't really matter too much at this point. Both towers back to full HP, well, the mid tower back to full HP thanks to the Treant. And I think pushing this top may be a bit easier just because EG can't come to go for a good flank. You get a bit of better vision from the Night Stalker because there's just fewer directions enemies can defend from. So
that's true.
A slightly easier lane to push.
Bonnie just going to work on the tower, comes through that living armor. Still 40 seconds on Arteezy, not buying back quite yet. Is there a black hole available here? There should be.
You betcha.
Yeah.
This is like the only way Fnatic can siege, just with Night Stalker up front and everyone else back. Because if anyone else is up there, it's just so easy to jump them with the storm.
The one thing
it's
maybe
just very slow.
Yeah.
Even the Night Stalker this farm is just not. It's it's no lone druid or.
If they have a Fire Remnant down, Excalibur could in theory push Seeds his high ground because if he gets doomed, he gets sent back and they can Fire Remnant back into the fight later on. The Chen can send him back, or even if he dies with buyback, he can just come back into the fight.
It's almost better if he dies, because you get sent back, you're out the fight for so long. Here we go with the lasso.
Hops onto Mason. They throw out the silence. Mason in big trouble. Pops the BKB. He'll be able to ball lightning back to safety. Back gets caught in the overgrowth with his BKB on, but the follow-up just isn't there. He's fine.
Yeah.
So a couple of wasted BKBs, and that's it.
Bit of a null trade. Well, the tier 3 tower's still so low, and Fnatic still unable to get it. And the problem is, if this pushes over now, with lasso used, this tower's back to full HP.
Yeah, they'll retreat. So
it's just so frustrating for Fnatic. This Treant Protector is just their worst nightmare right now.
I know they contemplated first banning it and maybe regretting their decisions here. Dealing with the PPD
I think they're
tree.
really happy with how things are going. I think if they just not taken a few of those bad fights earlier on, they'd be in a really good position here. It's just because they lost a couple team fights, suddenly they've got to play very safe when they push.
What is our? Is this just a like a casual Yasha? Is he going Manta to deal with the Night Stalker silence? I'm a little curious where Arteezy's headed with his item build, because honestly, he picked up the Battle Fury some time ago, and we haven't really seen him pick up any sort of big item since then.
If he gets himself, well, he's so worried about always needing buyback here, because you die without buyback and Fnatic just push your high ground. Fnatic are going to be here maybe just in time.
This rush is going pretty fast. He's getting a lot of crits.
You see it, and he's got vision. They're not going to get in there in time, though.
There you go. Aegis is down, Cheeses as well, and now the BKBs are forced out.
Trixie also doomed as well. Hand of God, Overgrowth comes out. Trixie will take a spill off to the side. The rest of the fight breaking out down on the other side of the river. Fly gets stunned up. Rubik will fall.
Now you can go for a Black Hole with him dead. It's like, okay, Enigma's sweet. I can actually fight in Black Hole. Hani now caught out trying to fight Mason here. Mason,
he eats the cheese, I
was about to say, he needs the cheese for the mana. If he wants to get this kill, he sure as hell can with the cheese use, and that's a big kill if he can get Hani, and he should get Hani. He's kind of getting kited around, but
Universe like, I got this, man. Don't worry. Relax, you're doing fine.
Kill secure.
3-0 for EG, and they get third Roche. Things are looking a little bit better for the Dire.
Yeah. Fnatic to show up a little too late. It's also, I feel like that's a fight which should go well for them.
They were just, like you said, too late. That was the worst possible time to show up, right as the Aegis and Cheese are secured by EG, and then they tried to run. And neither team can really run that effectively. Like, Ember can Remnant out immediately if he doesn't get Doom, and Storm can zip out. But the rest of the heroes are just so good at chasing. Like, PA's an amazing chaser, Doom with the Blink, and Scorched Earth is very strong. And Storm for EG. Same for Fnatic with the Batrider, Ember, and Night Stalker. Like, you just can't run. So what happens is, once you turn, you're going to lose it.
If you show up, you've got to commit to the fact that you're going to fight. And I think they legitimately thought they could. It's nighttime, you've got Night Stalker vision combined with the Batrider, so Batrider can easily find a lasso target in the Roshan pit because of the nighttime that just didn't happen in time.
Yeah, like if Arteezy gets a few less crits there, I think they might have had a shot, but they were just a bit too late. So he does go full Manta. I think it's worthwhile versus Night Stalker. You can reserve the Manta for the silence, and then you have your BKB on reserve. You don't have to blow it just to remove the silence.
Yeah, it's a decent little pickup.
And you already have Yasha, so it's like, what do you buy? Don't really want to buy another full item.
So you think Abyssal is up next for Arteezy? Is that the logical next step?
Probably.
It's good.
Probably. They don't have any evasion, so he doesn't really need MKB. I still don't think he's...
Abyssal or Lifesteal, either one.
Satanic. Yeah.
Or you can get Mionya's still okay-ish.
If you get Abyssal, you can just BKB and jump the Ember, and the only thing that saves him is the Batrider if he's waiting with Lasso.
Yeah. Or
I feel like Trixie. I feel like we're getting to the point where Trixie's gonna have to counter initiate pretty much, rather than actually trying to force fights, because otherwise it's just at that point Storm's probably got his Hex or going to have one very soon. And
speaking of Hex, it's Enigma with a Hex.
They might have double Hex at this point.
Storm's actually going for a Linken's, it looks like.
Okay.
So still, one Hex is on the field. It's a bit scary, and now a BKB on Doom.
Yeah, suddenly EG are actually on par and almost ahead on items, which is the first time of this entire game. So I think for the first time, EG are going to be like, well, we're in this. We're looking pretty good all of a sudden. We're not actually playing from the back foot, having to defend. Ember Spirit's Daedalus is going to be the next kind of just second win for Fnatic, because this Daedalus needs to do some work. He's saving for buyback.
His team has to set him. With Ember, like this game, his team has to set him up. It's always true with the hero, but especially so now. Like, if he just jumps in first, they have so many of these heroes can just instantly turn on him. The Doom, the PA can easily do it, and that's where all they really who do they really have to set him up? I feel like it's only the Bat. Sure, Night Stalker can run in, be tanky, and do some right-click damage, but it's not like they have a Magnus or a Centaur to you hit a 3-hero stun and really prepare Excalibur for an easy initiation. So that's the main thing I worry about for Fnatic. We haven't seen any big Rubik spell steals as of late.
He's just holding back for the black hole. And the thing is,
I feel like he needs the black hole. If he gets it, the fight's going to go a lot differently.
The problem, Zai just holds it. He's like, well, you're Rubik. You're not going to go in as Rubik. I'm not going to go in as Enigma, and I can actually just throw Malefices, use a Hex, whereas Rubik, it's not really offering as much. It's only PPD.
Malefice out on Trixie. He also gets turned into a piggy. PPD stuck on the fire. The silence comes out, but Zai looking for the black hole. It'll catch three. Stolen by Fly. He brings it back in.
Oh, they've walked into it as well. Arteezy! The sandbag is there, and Fnatic's on the back foot. They can't actually stand and fight, even with the Black Hole Steel. Crit onto the Chen. Fly is next. One more crit will finish him off. Who needs a crit when you got the big bad right clicks? Universe gets the kill there. Huge Black Hole from the Enigma. Even though it got stolen and cancelled a second later, that Black Hole still won them the fight because just like a second and a half of 4-man lockdown just set everything up perfectly for EG.
Great Black Hole steal by Fly, but they just didn't have any follow-up to it. The Ember, I don't think he got any crits. He might have gotten one towards the end, and he just didn't do enough damage during the stolen Black Hole.
They were already so low from the Enigma's Black Hole.
The other thing is, they also had Aegis anyway. They still had Aegis. They had some buybacks available, I believe. That was just going to be a very hard fight for them to win.
Yeah.
Oh,
Trixie goes in. The Lincoln's blocked, though. Oh, no.
That's a
Sleight
disaster.
of Fist still getting people very, very low. Chen actually brought back, but that's a dead tier 3 tower.
Facing. Could be in some trouble. Ember Spirit will finish off the tree.
One more.
A lot of kills.
Come on, man. Go for it.
Excalibur, he wants it. He's chasing. Well, Hani's the one leading the chase here. Universe trying to get out of there. The full stuff.
He found the PA. He found the PA. That PA's got Aegis. Could die twice.
Yeah.
No. Does he have a remnant? They sent him back. Where's the remnant?
Oh, no tail. There's your Sleight of Fist searing chains. Arteezy's going to just stand and fight, and he can't right now. Zai BKBs, he's going to turn it around. The crits! Oh my golly gosh. Arteezy just wipes apart Fnatic, and that was after some buybacks. Oh, how does he do it?
Well, that sendback was very unfortunate. If he was there the whole time, I think they actually kill Arteezy. You can't.
And Hani's just blown his BKB for like some daytime chasing. You are not chasing during the daytime, Mr. Night Stalker.
They'll find the Enigma. Searing Chains connect onto Zai. Throws out a Midnight Pulse, but can they bring him down? Arteezy's reinitiated. They'll go in onto Hani. Excalibur on the back foot as well.
Oh, he just
Sleight
fought
of
back.
Fist.
He can't die.
Excalibur's down for 100
no.
seconds. Now flying Hani on the run. They'll survive, but EG, they want tier 3s.
They have no Ember for 90 seconds. This might be it.
Well, one of the two American hopes here at the summit. Both teams starting the lower bracket. At least EG, right for now, fighting back and looking to take game 1 against Fnatic. A 6-for-1 team fight.
12k gold.
Oh my. That is shit. That's devastating.
That might just be game. They have no Ember for 80 seconds. He's all their damage.
Trixie.
They'll try and get Arteezy with the lasso here. TC gets low. Actually,
They'll bring him down as he goes into the tier 4s.
Okay.
Is he going to buy back?
Yeah, he wants to end this game. He wants to go for this. He hasn't really got any towers TP. He actually cancels his TP back in the Dire base.
Yeah, he TP'd mid, bought Boots of Travel, and then...
He can't TP now.
Yeah.
Overgrowth.
Oh no,
All
they
heal
can't.
comes out.
They have no PA. He's just got to walk down mid. But I think they might win with it, even without him.
Oh, the
nice.
send back.
Woo. Wow, Arteezy's not going to be here for like another 25
Yeah.
seconds.
So he used a TP scroll in the tier 3 mid tower, and then
I think he used the TP
canceled it?
scroll like right before he bought the Boots of Travel.
Either way, like there's EG is still looking good. It's just one of those small things which EG could have won the game off that if they get PA back into that fight. But hey, there's still 25 seconds with no Ember Spirit.
Now it could go the other way. If Arteezy dies, he will no longer have buyback.
Yep.
Well,
But,
that happened.
Trixie just
Yeah.
got melted.
Maybe it doesn't matter.
Yeah, this is looking close to game
Now with
here, boys.
with Bat Dead, you're in the clear. That was the one worry for Arteezy on the PA with no buyback, is that if you get lassoed and pulled into your tier 4 towers, even without Ember Spirit, maybe the Night Stalker plus Chen and Rubik could kill him off. But now you're safe. Now you're in the clear, and I think EG have taken game 1.
Yeah. 2 lanes of racks down. They'll hop forward. They throw out the silence onto Excalibur. And can he make it back to the well? Nope, he'll get finished off by Mason. Now they go on to No Tail. He takes a spill. Fnatic completely repelled, and this should be our final team fight here as EG dive into the fire bush. Not a fear in the world. GG from Fnatic.
Whew. Finish it off in style. And
Stressful game.
Yeah, rough one for Fnatic. They were so far ahead. It looked like they'd be able to seal the deal, and as you can see, some looks of disappointment there.
And they know they were dominating that game. They were on EG's side of the map for so much of that game. They had Night Stalker, who was like 3k net worth ahead of anyone else in the game at one point. They were cruising. Their strategy was working out as they'd hoped it to, and they just couldn't really go across the finish line.
I still go back to that first time they sieged mid. If they had just sieged instead of diving with the Batrider to try and get kills, I think they take the tier 3, and it's a much different game at that point. That was where they not only didn't get the tower, but then had no way to run. Bat had already used lasso, and then EG just dove them as they tried to retreat. And you can't run from that lineup. Both teams had too much chasing power to run.
Yeah.
And then following that Roshan fight, Fnatic wanted to contest. They smoked up. They were on their way, but they were just a little bit too slow. Had they gotten there in time, maybe...
If Arteezy got like 1 or 2 less crits, you know,
yeah.
that might have been the difference.
Yeah, so...
Stems to breaks.
Absolutely. But EG takes game number 1. Pretty close series. These two teams seem pretty evenly matched. I think there's a good chance at a game 3.
Yeah.
There is. Spence out Fnatic, what the team talk's going to be like now, but they can kind of just say, look, we're close, we could have, we should have. Let's do it in game 2 now.
EG, the key thing for me is EG should not like feel too confident from that game. They made a lot of mistakes, and Fnatic punished them heavily. Sure, EG wins, but that was not the EG going into Star Ladder Season 9 LAN Finals where they were dominating and beating top teams convincingly. This was a tooth and nail struggle for them, but they take the game.
First game of the day, you know, getting those sleepies out, still getting that morning coffee going on. The house is still pretty barren, guys. The 4 other teams are still resting at the hotel. They'll be slowly trickling in as the day continues, but for now, you've got BTS casters.
We've got the inflatable donkey on our counter, man. It's all good.
All the swag.
Yep.
Well, do we have anything else? Do we?
No.
What are we doing
this
here?
is the part where we go to a break.
This is okay.
We'll be back, guys. You're watching the Summit, powered by Twitch. Stay tuned. Game 2 coming up next.